Hello, hockey fans, and welcome to NHL Draft Pros.
Shoots, he scores!
On today's video, we're going to take a look at one of the top prospects for the 2025 NHL Draft Class, Swedish sensation Victor Eklund. And if you want to see some other scouting reports, head over to NHL Draft Pros on YouTube, or just click on the avatar and it'll send you to our homepage. I have a bunch of videos on these prospects and more to come. And if you're a hockey fan, please smash that subscribe and like button and help me reach the 12,000 subscriber mark. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. All right, Victor Eklund, 5'11", 181 pounds. He's a right shot, right winger. And let me tell you something, this kid's got a lot of zip in his game. In terms of draft rankings, NHL Central Scouting has him as the number 2 prospect for international skaters. McKeith's Hockey has him at 7, Bob McKenzie at 8, Elite Prospect 7, and the Hockey News at 4. And in terms of his points, this year playing in the Allsvenskan, the men's second Swedish division, he had 31 points in 42 games. That is unreal for an 18-year-old playing amongst men. So yeah, he's got a little offensive flair in his game. And as always, we're going to check out his skating, his shooting, his passing, his puck control, his compete level, and what he needs to improve upon. Okay, so the first thing is his skating. And yeah, you know what? He is a really good skater. He mixes his strides and crossovers really well to get around the ice quickly, as you can see in this clip right here. So, end rush gets a scoring chance right there. But in terms of overall mechanics, decent skater. He's very evasive in small areas too, due to his great four-way mobility and his edge work. You'll see that in the upcoming clips. And nice top-end speed and acceleration. You'll see that right here. Once he gets motoring, he can move. So that side-to-side mobility here. And then nice little hands right there. We'll talk about his stick handling in a minute. And here you're going to see that acceleration, the stops and goes, the forward mobility, small area skating. So here, look at this. Stops on a dime, and then he's already on top of that player. So yeah, the skating. Nice skating for sure for Victor Eklund. All right, shooting. Decent shot. Had 19 goals this year in the men's league. So you know what? Kind of shoots it really well. How about that little twisted wrister, eh? Nice little shot there. Nice little pass from Frondell. But watch this. Right off the hip. Boom. He's got an interesting release, I would say. He's got a quick release. Sneaky quick release. And decent accuracy for sure, as you see in this clip right here. But he kind of shoots off the hip. Kind of reminds me of Jonathan Lekkerimäki from Vancouver. Yeah, he's got a great shot. I wouldn't say that it's an elite part of his game, but when he releases it, like, look at that. Quick release right there. Gets those shots off fast. And as I said earlier, accurate for sure. Here's a nice little one-timer. Very nice by Victor Eklund. So shooting would be a part of his game that definitely doesn't need any kind of refinement. And the nice thing about him is that he moves so fast and quick that he gets into open lanes for shooting. So that's a nice part of his game for sure. All right, passing. You know what? He's got some good hockey IQ. Like, look at that little dish right there, right across the ice. Got some decent hockey IQ. And his playmaking abilities, obviously, because of that, are nice. And you'll see that he can see the ice really well. He's always looking. His head's always up. And this one here protects that puck and then gets a perfect pass over to Frondell. What a pass. And, he uses his deceptiveness in tight areas to find open passing lanes. And also, because of his work ethic, that's we're going to talk about in a little bit, he can definitely find players on the ice, I guess you could say. So that hockey IQ and his work ethic, and look at this little bomb right here. Right? That is a beauty of an end-to-end pass right there. And then here you're going to see the same thing. He's going to, work hard to pick up the puck and then kind of, eyes behind the head there. Knew where the player was, his teammate was in front of the net. So look at that. Picks off that pass. Quick little look. You see how his head's up there? He's always scanning the ice. Really sees the ice well. You can see that. He's going to take a quick little look, and then he knew, boom, and that's a perfect pass right there. All right, puck control. You know what? Has some decent hands too. And like I said, uses that skating, that speed. Like, look at this little, hey, yo. End to end. Gets a little scoring chance right there. I wouldn't consider him one of those elite, he's got those soft mitts like some of the other players in the draft class, like say Porter Martone. Porter Martone can, just dangle in tight like no tomorrow. But Victor Eklund uses more of his speed and his agility, his four-way mobility, his skating, I guess you could say, to get around. This was from the skating component, but you can see through the legs and then gets a scoring chance in tight there. But yeah, you know what? He's got some confidence with that puck on his stick, definitely. And, for an 18-year-old playing in amongst men and his ability to get around the ice like that just goes to show that he's got some skill. He's got some skill set. Here you're going to show the toe drag release, gets a scoring chance there. He ends up scoring in this one. But I just wanted to show that little toe drag release. All good stick handlers have to have that toe drag release. And he just showed it there. That was an OT winner, so good for him. And then the last clip here, you're going to see same thing. He's going to protect the puck. So this one here, in terms of puck control, it's his ability to protect the puck. That work ethic, right? So combination of nice hands, puck protection, quick skating, you end up with a decent stick handler in Victor Eklund. So yeah, nice there. All right, compete. Oh my God. This is his bread and butter. He just does not stop. Look at this. Look at this. He just does not stop. He is a spark plug. Non-stop pace. And he's a dog on the bone. He's a dog on that puck. Like, he doesn't stop. Look at that. People all over him, just fighting off checks. And he still gets at the puck, keeps the possession. Same thing here you're going to see. Gets knocked down in front of the net. He says, no way I'm getting there, and gets the tip against a much bigger defender here. You're going to see. So he's in the front. He gets cross-checked down to the ice. He gets back up, gets position, and then deflects it in the net. Nice goal right there. You're going to see, so he's on the ice there. And then look at how big that defense is. A lot bigger than him. And he still manages to get a goal up from it. Here's the same thing. This is the same clip from before. And watch, he doesn't stop. Like, he just a dog on, and he's taking runs at that. That guy was a big guy, and he wins the puck battle there. He got possession because of and then watch this, takes another run at a guy. Nonstop. I had to include one more. This one's here is nice. He's got puck protection, and then he gets the pass for the zone 8. Like, come on. Yeah, you know what? Compete's unreal. So now improve. The one thing is that sometimes tries a little too much. A little overconfident with the puck sometimes, gets his pocket picked there. You're going to see I got like 3 clips in a row where he gets his pocket picked. So, again, picked at the end there. Same thing here. He's going to take it, tries a little too much, gets his pocket picked, loses the possession. And then same thing here. Just trying too much on his own. Tries to skate it in here, not using his teammates, gets it taken away again. Here's a giveaway pass. So he's got the puck here, just kind of chips it, blind chip. And then the last one is his strength. He's got to get a little bit bulkier. He's still young. Like, this guy just pushes him down. Watch, you'll see. He's like, all right, get out of here. So little things that he needs to work on. Not big nuances, I guess you could say, but for the most part, what a great little player. Like, I love Victor Eklund. His pace is like probably the top in this draft class. He just doesn't stop. He is motoring the entire time he's on the ice. It's unreal. His defensive play is really good, and that's because of his pace as a compete. He's always supporting, the defense, the defensive play, and then the stick handling. He's got some nice hands, and again, because of his skating. What he needs to work on, does he have that offensive upside? I'm not sure. I don't think he's going to be a big point producer in NHL, but I mean, top 6, middle 6 player all day long. Just a great complementary player. Forcing plays, trying a little too much. The stick handling, you saw all those kind of takeaways, passing. And then his strength. He's still young, but once he bulks up and he gets a little bit more, man strength, I guess you could say, he's going to be a force to contend with when he's on the ice. I love his game. Ranking wise, I got him top 10 in this draft. Top 10 for sure. He could flirt around, the 5 area, but he's going to be a top 10 pick in this draft. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised. So that's it for Victor Eklund. And like I said before, hockey fans, hit that subscribe and like button. I'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you soon. Cheers.